dominant performance of her grass court season. However, the most talked about incident of the Berlin Open is what transpired after the last point. When Donna Vekić approached the net, the camera focused on her face, and she muttered something to the Filipino star that no microphone could record. Not the winners, not the aces, a response so unanticipated, so unvarnished, so real that it caused division in the tennis community. What did Donna Vekić say to Alex Eala following their round of 32 match, and why is her reaction ranging from elegant to contentious? Press conference prior to the competition, Rot-Weiss Tennis Club, Berlin, Germany, June 14, 2026. Donna Vekić had a sincere, possibly even relieved look on her face. The 29-year-old Croatian had achieved something outstanding just a day before. She had entered the main draw as a lucky loser after failing to qualify for the Queen's Club Championships. Surprisingly, she won the entire event, defeating Emma Raducanu of Britain 6-0-7-6 in the final. After winning, Vekić remarked, "I think it proved to me that I still have the potential to win titles and face the best players in the world." Her words had the weight of a self-doubting person. "To be honest, I had my doubts both in the early months of this season and last year." She had put forth a lot of effort to get back to this level. She was immensely pleased of her team, herself, and the work they had completed. "The victory gave me a huge boost of confidence." She had a winning run, was self-assured, and thought she could continue it. At the Berlin Open, a well-known face was now standing across the net. This year, Alex Eala and Vekić had previously faced off twice, with the Filipino winning both times. At the ASB Classic in Auckland, Eala had taken first blood, overcoming a set deficit to win 4-6-6-4-6-4. Eala had been even more dominant at the Kuyong Classic exhibition a week later, defeating the Croatians 6-3-6-4, but Vekić had reason to think that this time would be different. She was a champion once more. The fast surface in Berlin rewarded aggressive players who took the ball early, and her grass court game was working. A competitive struggle was about to take place. However, the events that took place on center court were everything but competitive. June 15, 2026, Berlin, Germany. Post-match analysis of Rot-Weiss Tennis Club. A portion of the story was revealed by the final score of 6-2-6-2. Tennis analysts were at a loss for words when they saw the statistical masterpiece hidden behind that seemingly straightforward line of figures. Let's begin with the serve. On grass, where returns fall low and holds are never guaranteed, Eala won an incredible 78% of her first serve points, a statistic that would be amazing on any surface. Throughout the entire match, she only had one break point, which she eliminated with a vicious ace down the tee, the kind of crucial serving that sets contenders apart from pretenders. The second serve was just as lethal. On the German grass, Eala's kick serve kicked higher than normal, constantly driving Vekić behind the baseline. From the first match, the Croatian, who had recently won a WTA 500 title as a fortunate loser, was uneasy. The groundstroke conflict was much more unfair. Vekić had 9 winners, while the Filipina had 22. She forced the Olympic silver medalist into 18 mistakes while making just 11 unintentional ones. Eala just overpowered her opponent in high-octane exchanges of flat, aggressive groundstrokes, the kind of rallies that had characterized Vekic's Queen's Club victory. Eala lost just 2 games in the first set, which lasted only 29 minutes. In the second set, which was even more overpowering, Eala quickly took a 4-0 lead before Vekić managed to hold serve, providing a small break in the otherwise lopsided match. Why was this triumph so important? There are 3 things. Vekić, the opponent, was streaking at first. She was a former Olympic silver medalist and Wimbledon semi-finalist who had won 6 straight games on grass and was playing with the assurance of someone who had at last found her game again. The timing comes in second. Eala had just suffered a difficult round of 16 defeat at Queen's Club against her close friend Iva Jovic. That disappointment could have been taken into Berlin by a weaker player. Rather, Eala used it to fuel her best performance of the grass season. The statement comes in third. With 2 victories in official WTA matches and 1 in exhibition play, Eala now has a 3-0 head-to-head record versus Vekić. In just 6 months, she had already defeated the Croatian 3 times, each time with greater conviction. Vekić was questioned about the loss following the game. She gave a succinct reply. The Croatian shook her head and added, "She was too good today. I didn't know the answers." However, Her nonverbal cues conveyed a different message. Additionally, cameras caught an unexpected moment when she approached the net for the customary handshake. June 15, 2026, Berlin, Germany Center Court, Rot-Weiss Tennis Club. After the game they had played the last point. Vekic's racket fell to her side as Eala's backhand winner kissed the sideline. 6-2, 6-2 was displayed on the scoreboard. The game was ended. In the stands, the Philippine flags fluttered wildly. Laban's chants reverberated over center court. With a modest smile on her lips and a look of pleasure from a job well done, Alex Eala raised her arms to the crowd. However, the woman approaching the net was the focus of the cameras rather than the champion. Donna Vekic's racket dangled loosely in her palm, and her shoulders were hunched. Just 70 minutes before, her visage had been a mask of competitive fire, but now it was completely different. Eala was waiting for her as she got to the net. As usual, the handshake started with a quick palm touch, a whispered good match. However, then an unforeseen event occurred. Vekic held on for a while. She took a longer than normal hold of Eala's hand. She bent closer. She spoke, but her words were too quiet for the microphones to record and too personal for everyone to hear. Eala's smile dimmed as her countenance changed. With a gentle nod, she put her free hand on Vekic's shoulder. The cameras caught every instant of the brief embrace, including Vekic's resignation and Eala's sympathy, as well as the two rivals' silent realization that the scoreboard could not record everything that mattered. Vekic turned and left the court. Eala watched her leave. Then Laban's chants started up again as she raised her arms to the crowd. What was said? Within minutes, the internet erupted, and the hashtag Vekic's response quickly gained popularity. Fans from all over the world were arguing the moment at the net rather than the score. What was spoken to Eala by Vekic? Their interpretations were provided by lip readers. She allegedly remarked, "You're too good, I couldn't do anything." Others claimed that she had muttered, "Go win the entire thing, this is your time." Some felt that although her body language suggested otherwise, she had merely said congratulations. Eala, when questioned by the media following the game about the exchange, the conference was subtle as usual. Donna is a fierce rival. Throughout her career, she has experienced a lot. It's between us what she said to me on the net, but I would say that she was really classy. For her part, Vekic remained silent. Following the game, her team released a brief statement. Donna is concentrating on getting better and getting ready for Wimbledon. She had nothing further to say about the game. The conjecture was only strengthened by the quiet the video became viral. The handshake video has received over 30 million views in a matter of hours. Every frame was examined by commentators. Experts in body language offered their opinions. Whether Vekic's response was courteous or resentful was a topic of discussion among supporters on both sides. There was no doubt that the moment had gone beyond the actual game. One tennis journalist noted that, although it was only a handshake, it felt much more. Vekic seems to have given everything and come to the conclusion that it was insufficient. Eala seems to comprehend. Another remarked, "A true moment of respect between competitors is rare in an era of manufactured drama and social media feuds." Vekic's words to Eala, "The argument was over even if it continued." She had to get ready for her second-round match against Elena Rybakina, the second-ranked player in the world. The triumph would not be forgotten, but the handshake would. Germany's Berlin, Manila, Philippines. Several sites on June 15, 2026, the day of the game. The tennis world erupted within minutes of the handshake video becoming viral. In the Philippines, Croatia, Germany, the UK, and the US, the hashtag Vekic reaction was the most popular. After witnessing Eala's convincing win, supporters were debating the moment at the net rather than the score. The long handshake, the whispered words, the look on Vekic's face that seemed to reflect something far more than a straightforward acceptance of defeat. A fan from Manila wrote, "Donna Vekić just lost 6-2-6-2. She was perfectly entitled to feel irritated. Rather, she respectfully went to the internet. Class is that. That's good sportsmanship." Another commented, "The way she looked at Alex was more akin to admiration than anger or bitterness. She was aware that a superior player had defeated her that day." Proud with their Olympic silver medalist, Croatian supporters shared their own viewpoint. "Dana has experienced a great deal. Despite her self-doubt, she persevered, gained Queen's Club as a fortunate loser, and lost today with dignity. Our champion is that. Journalists and experts covering tennis hurried to make sense of the situation. Two competitors who appreciate one another is what sports should look like. Vekic didn't rush away instead. She hung on to the handshake and uttered something genuine. Another remarked, "Sincere moments of sportsmanship are rare in an era of manufactured drama and social media feuds." Whether it was respect, resignation, or something else entirely, Vekic's response at the net felt genuine. It became viral because of this. Players from the past and present also shared their thoughts. Venus Williams, who will play doubles alongside Eala at the Bad Hamburg Open, wrote on social media, "The handshake says everything. Today, Donna Vekić attended class. Be respectful. Donna is a fighter," wrote Coco Gauff, who had faced both players and had grown close to Eala while on tour. "She has had highs and lows. It reveals her personality too. See how she responded to a difficult defeat. Act of class." As was now common, the WTA was requested to comment on the viral moment. They refused, but the quiet was irrelevant now. Already, the moment was living its own life. June 16, 2026, Berlin, Germany. The following day, what will happen to Donna Vekić and Alex Eala now that the game is done? The handshake has been examined, and the hashtags have faded and trended? With two official WTA matches, Auckland and Berlin, as well as one exhibition at the Cuyong Classic, the Filipina currently has a 3-0 head-to-head record, with each victory being more convincing than the last. The first was a 3-set match, the second was an exhibition victory in straight sets, and the third was a demolition. The trend is evident. Vekic has yet to come up with a solution, but Eala has discovered something about his game. When asked about their burgeoning rivalry after the game, Eala responded, "She's a great player. Throughout her career, she has experienced a lot. She is someone I greatly admire. But I'm concentrated on playing my game on the